Hi, my name is Jeremy Losaw. I'm an engineer with the 1080 Student Racing Challenge. We're here at Revolution Racing again in Charlotte, North Carolina, and today we're going to go inside and we're going to show you guys some tips and tricks on how better to use your SolidWorks 3D CAD modeling package. If this is the first time you're opening SolidWorks and it's a new installation, you may see a window that asks you what kind of dimensions you'd like to use. I would choose the inch pound seconds option, click OK, and eventually you should get to this window. If you're a new SolidWorks student and you have not used the program before, it's recommended that you go through a tutorial first before using this lesson. The tutorials are under the help menu, the second option down. Go to all SolidWorks tutorials set 1 and do lesson 1 parts before using this lesson. Today we're going to teach you how to draw a car body in SolidWorks. To start this process, go to File, click New, and you should see Part, Assembly, or Drawing. Either double-click Part or click Part and click OK. This opens a new SolidWorks Part window for us. First thing we're going to do in this process is to go to View, Toolbars, and click Standard Views. This will give you a toolbox up here that will allow you to rotate your model easier once we get something drawn. Start by clicking the Sketch tab and then click the Sketch button. Click on the right plane. The first thing I want you to do is to create a bounding rectangle that we're going to draw our body in. To do this, click the Rectangle tool. Leave the default settings. Click, drag, hold, and unclick to create a rectangle. Hit the Escape key to get out of the Rectangle tool. Now we want to lock our Rectangle tool into our origin. So click the bottom leg of the rectangle, hold the Control key, click the origin, and then choose the midpoint relation. This locks our rectangle into our drawing window. Now we're going to dimension our rectangle. Click the Smart Dimension tool in the upper left hand corner. Click the bottom leg of the rectangle, pull the dimension away, and click again, and this will allow us to edit the dimension. Type 10 for 10 inches and hit enter or choose the check mark key. If you accidentally added the wrong dimension, you can always double click this dimension and change it again. And then click OK. Now click the vertical leg of the rectangle, move it out to the left, click again, and make this 6 inches high. By clicking this auto zoom button, we can get our rectangle to fit the screen better. Now click OK to exit this sketch. Now we're going to draw the side view of our car. So click the right plane again, click the sketch button, and now we're going to use the line tool to create the outline of our car. Click the line tool, and now we're going to start drawing. I happen to like Mini Coopers, so I'm going to draw a car that looks similar to a Mini Cooper. To start this, I'm going to click over here on the left, click the button once, drag out to the right, click again, and this is just going to keep making a chain of lines. And here's the roof, the windshield, the hood, and the grill. And once it's closed off, now I have what looks sort of like a Mini. Click OK or hit the Escape key to get out of the line tool. Each line that's blue can be moved or edited. See how I can push and pull some of these points just by clicking and dragging? Typically, lines that are already horizontal or already vertical cannot be changed from horizontal or vertical. If I don't want a vertical line, I can click it, hit delete, and I can make an angled line where I once had a vertical line. I like the way this car looks right now, so I'm going to go ahead and make my car body by clicking Features, Extruded Boss Base. I'm going to click mid-plane so that our extrusion goes in both directions equally. I'm going to type in 6 for 6 inches. If you click out in the window here, it gives you a preview, and you can click OK. You can rotate the model around by going up to View, Modify, or Rotate. So we can look around our car. The other way to rotate is to click on your scroller key, and that will drag your model around in a rotation as well. So now we're going to draw what we think the car looks like from the front. View the model from the front by clicking the front view on our standard view icons. Click the front plane from the command manager and click Sketch. We're going to use the line tool again, so click the line tool. With the line tool selected, we can click, let it unclick, and then drag around to create a chain of lines. In this case, I think the front of the car sort of looks like a house. So I'm going to draw sort of a house-looking shape. I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to click Features, Extrude Boss Base. I'm going to look at my car in isometric view. And what I want to do here is do mid-plane again. But I want to make the length long enough so that it completely covers front and back from what we drew in the side view. In this case, 10 inches will do the trick. So yeah, the side view is completely encapsulated within the length of our front view extrusion. An important part here is to unclick the Merge Result button and then hit OK. So this doesn't quite look like a car body yet, we still have a little bit of work to do. Where it says Solid Bodies in the Command Manager, click the plus key to expand it. Choose Boss Extrude 1, hold the Shift key, click Boss Extrude 2. Then right click and click Combine. Make sure that the Common button is chosen. Click Show Preview. We can rotate this around while we're previewing, and then hit OK. So viewed from the isometric, now we can see we have all the features of the side of the car, plus all the features of the front of the car. Now we need to create some wheel wells. In the right view, click the right plane, click the Sketch tab and the Sketch button again. Now click the Circle tool and draw 2 circles. Click OK. Now we need to make a couple of relations here. Click one circle, hold the Control key, click the other circle to do a multi-select, and choose the equal sign in the Command Manager. This makes our wheel wells equal. Choose one wheel and choose our bottom leg of our rectangle that we initially drew and hit Tangent. This will put our wheel on the ground. Do the same thing for the other wheel. Now we can click and move our circles around and drag them until we like the way they look. That looks good to me, so now we can go under Features, Extruded Cut, and then choose Through All in the first direction. Click on Direction 2, the checkbox, and Through All should be automatically selected. If we're looking back in isometric, we can see that our circles are going to cut out wheel wells in both directions equally, all the way. Now click OK. Now we can see we have 2 wheel wells within our car. To add some style to our ride, we can use the Fillet tool. And the Command Manager here is the Fillet tool underneath the feature set. Fillet basically just means to round a corner off. So we can go ahead and click different edges of our car to make round features. If you make sure that the full preview button is checked, you can see how big the circle is going to be. I think they need to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to bump this up to 1 inch. I like the way that looks, so I'm going to click OK. So now our car has some nice rounded edges. Now that the shape of our car looks good, now we can go ahead and hollow it out so it actually looks like the same body on your RC cars. Click the Shell feature underneath the Features tab. Leave the default value of 0.1 inch. Rotate your model around and click all of the bottom edges of your model. In this case, there's 5 for me. Click Show Preview, and it'll show you what it's going to look like when it's done, all hollowed out. Click OK, and you can rotate your model around, and you can see now that you have a thin shell of a car, just like the car bodies in your 1080 Student Challenge cars. Once we're done, we can right click the sketch one where we had our layout sketch for our rectangle and choose hide. So now all we see is our car body. This concludes our tutorial about how to draw a car body in SolidWorks for the 1080 Student Challenge. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you continue to go and learn SolidWorks.